Okay, so this will be second use case. Here we have automated the trading process. Here we have automated the trading process. So this is the process name, trade process. Now automation for banking client. Here we have used the technology, NLP, natural language processing, chatbot, and RPA. Natural language processing, chatbot, and RPA. These are the technologies we implemented. These are the technologies we have used by automating. It is a cognitive automation plus robotic process automation. Cognitive automation plus robotic process automation. So this is the best use case for automation of cognitive and RPA. Next Sunday we'll do this practice. So let me tell you this use case. This is also one of the use cases which I have impressed a lot. So see, I'm telling you best 3 use cases which I like in automation in my implementation. So I'm going to explain you the best 3 use cases. So second use case. So basically step 1, NLP understand user requests and react to them properly. Means you are a trading user. So there are so many trading platforms, right? So hope everyone knows about what is trading, right? So you can do equity trading, currency trading. So you can do equity trading, currency trading, commodities trading. You can do equity trading, currency trading, commodities trading. Trading means you can buy, sell on the spot, or you can buy and sell with the future date. You can do buy and sell with enough money. You can do buy and sell with credit so that you can pay future. So there are so many concepts functionality wise in trading. So I am not here to teach you trading, but I am going to explain you how we automated the trading process. It comes under the banking use case. I am going to explain you how we automated the trading process. It comes under the banking sector. So I want one use case for banking sector. You can put this in resume. So when we worked with one of the banking client, they have one department called trading department. Their customers, they do trading, they execute, they put some order. Those orders can be categorized into on the spot, forward, swap, option. So many options are there. If you are from banking domain, you will understand this terminology. So you least bothered about all those things. You are a customer to Bank of America or any bank. You are a trading customer, you are a trading partner. You do trading, you book a trade. So each trade has one trade ID. Each trade will be having a trade ID. Okay, so when you execute the trade, sometimes due to different reasons, trade execution will be completed, trade execution may fail. Why trade execution fails? A small example. You are not having enough funds in your account. You are your name is under anti-money laundering database. Your name is under restricted customers to do trading, like our Vijay Mallya. We are laughing for this name, right? He is laughing at our country. He has done 10,000 crores fraud, enjoying in UK happily. That is our greatness of youth like you, who vote for caste, region, religion. Because of our youth greatness, people are doing these things. So thanks to you for all this. For voting to your caste, for voting to your region, for voting to your religion, and helping people like my favorite Vijay Mallya. Okay, so basically, why trade execution will be failed. So there can be different reasons. So there can be different reasons. So there will be a credit officer who wants to know how many trades are processed today, how many are executed successfully, how many are failed today, why each trade execution is failed. Okay, so basically, this is the complex scenario, and in trading, timing is very, very important. So I want to know, our credit officer has to see why each trade execution is failed. For that, so he has to connect it to different systems to get the logs why the trade is failed in back office. So to connect it to multiple systems to check why the trade execution is failed, it is taking some time. So we thought of automating that use case, trade monitoring, trade execution monitoring. Right? So we thought of use cases that automation of that use case. So here I have given an example. So NLP, natural language processing, it understands user request, okay, and reacts them properly. User means credit officers or trade officers. You can put any name. They are working in different places. So some of the credit trade officers are working from Hong Kong, US, UK. There are some trading centers, Mumbai. For our client, there are mainly 4 trading centers. So where some trade officers, they want to know, so why the trade execution is failed immediately. What they do, whenever they see a trade which is failed, so they will try to interact with the support team, which are the owners of the trading system. So what they do, so these people will chat, they communicate through Skype or email or any chat mechanism, so they will ping to the corresponding support person by asking, can you give the trade status for so and so trade ID. So whenever they communicate to the support team, so what is the support team state? So these are the questions. So these are the questions from the end user, trade officers. Can you give the trade status? Why the trade status is open? Why it is not completed? So whenever we get this request from end user, there is a chatbot. So there is a chatbot. So chatbot can understand the trade ID, but it cannot, find it in the database. So that means, first of all, chatbot receive the request from the end user. Who is end user? Trade officer. So chatbot works on natural language processing. Chatbot is one type of automation. It's a cognitive automation. RPA is a different technology, chatbot is a different technology. So first chatbot will try to search it for trades which are successfully completed Excel sheet or database. If the trade ID 8505, for end user it is appearing as a open status, but it is in the completed list, in the database of completed list, then it will reply to end user saying that, boss, it is completed. If it is not in the database, that means it is not executed. Execution is not completed. So it will trigger RPA. What is the chatbot job here? It will trigger RPA script. What is RPA job? RPA connects to web application, search for the information in the trade ID. RPA retrieves the reason in the text field and give it to chatbot. So chatbot will communicate that information to end user saying that this is the reason why your trade is not executed, or it is executed, but why it is not executed successfully. Earlier support engineer is doing this job. So it is called, trade logs automation. So for each trade, whenever a trade officer, credit officer wants to know why the trade is not executed, chatbot receives the request. Based on the chatbot trade ID, it will trigger RPA. By taking the trade ID as input, RPA will connect it to logs, and RPA verify get the required information, give that information back to chatbot, chatbot give that information back to customer. This is the process we automated. So this is one best use case I can say. Technologies, I will send this document also. 2 projects, use cases I will send so that you can put in your resume. So technologies use it to automate this. Technologies use it to automate this POC. One is, natural language processing to understand the text. So it is built on Microsoft solution called LUIS. You can type in Google. LUIS is for natural language processing. So it is an intelligent service provided by Microsoft, and it is called LUIS platform. Chatbot. So a Microsoft bot framework which we coded in Node.js. Database is hosted in Microsoft Azure Cloud. Database is hosted in Microsoft Azure Cloud. And RPA is built in Blue Prism. RPA is built in Blue Prism. All the data are in the database. So no data is hard coded in the chatbot. So for the POC, the communication between chatbot and RPA was made by a simple read-write file. These are the technologies used. Let's have a discussion. First, you will understand one flow. So what is the productivity? 10% improvement. Earlier, support engineers are struggling a lot to give the required information immediately to the trade officer. So, and FTE is reduced by 15%. Quality is increased with 0% errors. This is the impact of the automation. Quality is increased with 0% error. FTE is reduced by 15%. 10% productivity improvement. Okay, so this is the best example for one of the cognitive automation. This is the best example for one of the cognitive automation. Trading process is automated. So daily we deal with thousands of trades. See, trade information, why it is failed, client wants this information very immediately, right? So they are not having enough patience to get that data. They want that information immediately. So trade officer contact the chatbot. Chatbot will first verify in database. If it is the reason is not found in the database, then it will go to application to get the logs. So RPA has 2 jobs. One is verify in the chatbot will verify in the database with the text. It will compare with the text. If it is not found in the database, it will trigger RPA, go and get the reason from the web application. So chatbot is integrated to RPA. This is also one of the complex use case we automated. Any questions on this process first? So any questions on this process? So next Sunday we are going to implement this. So we started environment preparation. We need to build application, these things. So RPA part at least we try to automate. Chatbot integration also will do, but at least RPA part will try to automate. You can tell, so we have in this use case total 2 people worked on this use case. One is .NET developer to build chatbot and to integrate chatbot with database, to integrate chatbot with RPA, .NET developer. The other one RPA developer to automate using Ruby. We have taken 2 people for this process. One RPA developer, one .NET developer. Yeah, chatbot uses NLP. Chatbot uses NLP technique. And NLP is built on LUIS. Chatbot is built on Node.js. Chatbot will Skype. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. If chatbot found reason for failure in database, RPA will not be triggered. Chatbot will get the data, give it back to Skype. It's a Skype communication. End user will communicate through chatbot through Skype. Not only Skype, or I will show you one diagram. See this. This is chatbot. I mean, it is not visible to you, I know, but this is chatbot. What I am trying to explain you is different ways of communication. See, anything with this Skype or kind of any chat options. Here we have mentioned Your calling will be converted to, look, it's a Skype call, it will be automatically reading it as a text. Just for image we have given this. So chatbot integrated to RPA. It is called cognitive automation. Cognitive automation means, so chatbot is used. So how chatbot is built? Microsoft Lewis and Node.js. That is the technology. So we had .NET developer for that. So you can say, so your job is just you involved in Blue Prism automation or automation anywhere or UiPath. So now tell me, if you have any questions on this process. Trade process logs automation for banking client. So these are the technologies we have used. So when RPA will trigger, if chatbot fails to found the reason in database, then RPA will connect it to web application, search for the information in the trade ID. RPA retrieves reason in the text field and gives it to chatbot. Chatbot communicate to user. After the session, you will get soft copy of this document. Yeah, we'll discuss in resume. See, roles and responsibilities will not change from process to process. If you are a BP developer, you are RPA developer, you will be having fixed roles and responsibilities. That is not at all deals with use case to use case. In any use case, you do discovery, you do process assessment, you deploy, you build. The responsibilities are going to be fixed only. So process understanding is different. So process in batti maradadu. మీరు జావా డెవలపర్ అనుకోండి, ప్రాజెక్ట్ని బట్టి ఏమి జావా డెవలపర్ రోల్ మారదు. So in resume you can put standard responsibilities. Today only resume preparation class, so last session will be resume only. So today my schedule 3 use cases explanation, resume preparation. First use case already we discussed, access control. Second use case is trade process. RPA search for the trade in the web application. RPA connects to web application, search for the information in the trade ID. RPA retrieves the reason in the text field and give it to chatbot. Question is, chatbot is searching for the data in the database. What is the role of RPA? RPA search for the data in the web application. Trade ID, chatbot gives to RPA. RPA with the trade ID, RPA logs into web application and extract the data, give it back to chatbot. So natural language processing. No, see you don't think too much about what is chatbot and all. Actually, long back itself we thought of conducting chatbot classes, but few people got confused. That's why we have not continued that session. So, but at least chatbot, IBM Watson, these kind of concepts. See, if you integrate artificial intelligence with RPA, then only you see the real value. Otherwise, it will be considered as attended automation. Some steps has to do manually, some steps can be done automation. So futuristic projects in automation are cognitive computing, which is integrated with robotic process. When I say cognitive computing, it can be Emilia, it can be IBM Watson, it can be chatbot, it can be Microsoft Lewis. These will be integrated to RPA. So IBM Watson, chatbot, artificial intelligence, deep learning, all these sessions we are starting in quality thought. So we are searching for the right faculty. So some of my colleagues are working, but they are also not experts. They are also working from last few months only. So I'm looking for right trainers for that. So we are in the process of setting up that. First class will be to you only. So we'll conduct some free sessions to RPA students. At least few sessions for integrating RPA with chatbot kind of thing. So I want to see real environment next to next Sunday. First use case real environment next Sunday. Second use case real environment next to next Sunday. Third use case real environment third Sunday. So 3 projects will be practiced. If you are clear with the process, I will move on to the next use case. What are the not suitable process in RPA and suitable process in RPA? See, any process, which deals with more decisions, more exceptions, more judgments, more predictions, more analysis, and which has to be executed in less than 1 second kind of thing. not suitable to automate by using RPA. So any other processes can be automated using RPA, but RPA has to be integrated with cognitive tools. So in this case, it is not complete RPA automation. It involves automation using RPA and some other automation tools also. Any other questions? Yes. So in this, the main integration between chatbot and RPA. So initially we struggled a lot that integration, because see here I have developed a script in RPA. I have to integrate this to chatbot. That means, so in a layman, I have two softwares, software 1, software 2. What is software 1? Chatbot. What is software 2? Blue Prism script. Chatbot script, Blue Prism script. How these two communicates? This is the problem. Here what I want script 1 should be exposed as a web service. Script 2 should be exposed as a web service so that I can maintain communication. But in RPA technology, only Blue Prism has this option. Blue Prism script only can be exposed as a web service. See, any RPA tool can automate web service. That is a different topic. Can we automate web service by using RPA tool? Yes. What I am telling you, you have script 1, you have to script 2. How you maintain the communication? Script 1 should be converted to web service API. Script 2 should be converted to API. So that you can establish API connection. But for example, you build script in, let's say UiPath. I don't know clearly about UiPath, but as per my analysis, only Blue Prism can be exposed itself as a web service. Right? So this is the struggle we have. So integration between multiple automation scripts. If all the steps are automated in Blue Prism, so then it is easy integration. For you will be having a different process steps and you can maintain the integrated code in Blue Prism. Here I have some code in Chatbot, which is built on Node.js. I have some other code in Blue Prism. So integration between these two is the main challenge. Okay, so this is the real challenge we have faced. So we automated 2 pieces very quickly in 1 month, but integration between those 2 pieces took 2 months time. Yeah, developer. That's where your programming skills comes into the picture. So technical architect will play key role here. So while deciding that this is our proposed automation, your technical architect has to consider this scenario, design level question it is. Yeah, very good question. Hmm. 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 So it will why it is failed. Why it is failed? There will be reason for the trade failure in web application. That is web application job. See, automation is not for your functionality. Your Blue Prism is not doing anything with your functionality. Earlier, some support engineer go to web application with the trade ID. Why it is failed? The reason he used it to send email to client. Client means trade officer. Now who is doing that job? Blue Prism. So why it is failed? The reason we are extracting as a string or text, we are giving it back to chatbot. Chatbot is giving it back to customer. It is fully automated, right? There is no manual intervention. From step 1 to step 10, it is fully automated. There is no human involvement. Only exception scenarios humans will involve. Yeah, chatbot. No, see, human interaction is not there in our process. See, who will give that? See, who will ask that question? End user. See, that is not in our process. Once we get the request from the end user, how you are doing it? Are you doing manually or automated? Automated. That is only our scope. మీరు ఏమంటారు క్లయింట్ అడిగే క్వశ్చన్ కూడా ఆటోమేట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారా? ఇది అసలు మనుషులు అక్కర్లేదు. Okay, so see, what is our job? Client is asking question, how you are giving reply, manually or automation? Automation. So is it fully automated or not? Any other questions? Here, unstructured data handled by chatbot. Structured data handled by RPA. Just a second. In future, what kind of questions client may ask? That also can be automated by IBM Watson. That is called recommendation. So client may ask this question, or okay, so and so user last 10 months is asking the same question. So that comes in the next generation tools. Only text will be automated. You can automate, but I am telling what we implemented. Using Emilia, you can see hypothetical statement. See, is your question is, can we automate voice process? Answer is yes, but we have not done in real time. In real time, what we have done in this project, chatbot integrated to RPA. That is what we implemented. Is it feasible? Yes. For your question answer, yes. So don't worry, we have time. With time gurinchi kangaru padakaledu. But environment I can give you after next week only. We need some time to develop all these things. Directly my company చూపించకూడదు. All are trading systems. So what we are doing, we are designing the environment. You know, it requires huge investment from our side, and developer help is required. First we need to develop web application, develop some chatbot, then we integrate. See, RPA script is easy to write, but designing the environment will take some time and money. So we are working on that. How RPA will send information to the so with this script only. See, RPA, we hard coded that part. See, hard coded means how we designed the script. It gets the text right, then it will go on. It will type back to chatbot. Once it is typed, automatically the communication is established to web service. A human job. See how human is communicating to a customer. He go to so and so. He open the Skype. He go to so and so person, ID, click, enter. Same thing. Yeah, so many people are, so many clients are, see, so many clients in India itself, even average banks in India are also implementing RPA. Even they are giving trainings to their own process people. And again I am telling, if any of your friends are working in BPO side, ask them to join RPA course. They are the right people to transform, otherwise they will lose the job. If you are working in IT, you will get promotion by RPA. But if you are working in non-IT, they may lose the job. They have to transform themselves. Testers, admin, support team, non-IT, people are most eligible for this first. Yeah, so we have implemented 3 bots because we have the huge volume of the trades. 3 bots we implemented. Can I move on to next use case? Yeah. See, this is for this is for analysis. Why the trade is failed? This is for analysis. It is credit officer job. Yeah, it's a back office task. Yeah, see, it communicates as no search found. No search found, it will throw exception. It will send alarm. Boss, this trade I'm not able to find any text, so it will do. So it is an exception scenario. See, chatbot has to understand. We have designed chatbot like that. That's why we are using Microsoft Lewis. Microsoft Lewis algorithm is it understands the chart and it gives the trade ID, it extracts the trade ID, search in database. If it is not found, then only it gives to web application.
So it will search only for these 2 questions.
No, these kind of, we have a set of questions. So we have, we have feeded Lewis with set of questions. Any other questions? Fine. Let's move on to third use case. Then we'll go to resume preparation. No, that's what. It took actually 1 month only, but integration, deployment, testing, everything took more than 2 months. See, Blue Prism script we built in 1 month. But again, it is not only developing the script, integrating with chatbot, testing it, deployment into production, all these scenarios has taken 2 months time.
Before that, developer wanting
Before
2 months time, but before developer
multiple use cases. ఈ ఒక్కదానికి నువ్వు రిక్రూట్ చేయరు కదా. We'll give you 100 plus use cases. We will give you 100 plus use cases Excel sheet. Okay, I think I have that Excel. See, like this you will have the use case details. So this is our current use cases details. What is the use case? What is the sub process? What is the status? Who is the functional SME? Which RPA team is working on it? What is the completion time expected? Okay, so which tool we are using? What is the remark? Why? What is the progress? This is see how many use cases we have. So randomly we divided our all RPA teams into multiple teams, team A, team B, team C, and we assign them the right use cases. Okay, so got it right? This question is, what is RPA developer job apart from this use case? So we have set of use cases we assign to the daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, whenever the developer is available.
Can you do this automation for CRM applications?
No, that I cannot tell like that. Based on the process, if you tell me the process, then only I can tell. See, CRM application means, again, there are so many applications in CRM. So if you explain me the process clearly, then I can tell whether it is fit to RPA or not. Okay, so the next use case, the third use case we'll discuss. Again, నేను ఇంకా టైం ఇస్తున్నానండి, మీకు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే వాట్ ఐ స్ట్రాంగ్లీ బిలీవ్, రెజ్యూమ్, projects, interview questions are most important to get the job. Yesterday I told you, we are not here to do PhD in RPA, we are not doing any MTech in RPA. We are attending interview. Interview questions, resume, projects are most important. That's what I strongly feel in any course. Okay, so the third use case, so this is the one use case we implemented for one of the big oil and gas client. So oil and gas client means okay, example, Reliance, Total, Shell, these are the companies which are so they have one use case that is called they have one use case that is called oil price changes. Now I will tell you the complete scenario. This is one use case which we got very good client appreciation, very good. Client felt very happy for this because it was a challenge for the client. Step one, I have not documented, so I will tell you because I have personally involved in this. So step one, these companies, there are some client people. So client, professionals, they continuously monitor oil prices country wise. They continuously monitor oil prices. So client professionals, they continuously monitor the oil prices country wise, because this client was operating in 150 plus countries. They call it as a affiliate. Affiliate means one country. They're operating in 150 plus countries. They have 150 plus affiliates. Okay, what they have to do based on multiple parameters, that is client job only, based on multiple parameters, they propose new oil price. They propose new oil price. Okay, to update this oil price, first I will explain you know the initial manual process, then we think about automation story. Based on multiple parameters, they propose new oil price. Okay, but you know this oil price has to be approved. There will be two approvers, validator 1, validator 2. So this oil price has to be approved by validator 1. For that you know they need to raise the ticket. They need to raise one ticket. They need to create one ticket. So validate, approved by validator 1. We call him as a validator 1. Which ticket has to be created. Once validator 1 approves the ticket, it will be sent to validator 2 for approval. Validator 2 approves it. Then this information will be communicated to SAP support engineer through Outlook. SAP support engineer will update in server. SAP support engineer will update oil price in server. SAP support engineer will update oil price in server. Okay, this is the process. Now this entire process used to took nearly more time, you know. So it used to take, you know, took nearly 8 to 12 hours time per day. You know, with a lot of multiple approvals, you know, multiple teams involvement is there, and it may operate in different time zones, US time zone, different time zones, because oil price is different in different countries. For example, if you want to buy oil from Shell in India, so there is some price. So the same price may be different in China. Okay, so this is the process which we selected to automation. So this is also cognitive automation. What we have done, chatbot integrated to RPA. So chatbot job is, we have avoided all these tickets, emails, everything. We have set up a chat communication through Skype. So you are having permissions to update the oil price. Then you will, instead of creating a ticket, you will contact the approver, validator 1 through Skype. So chatbot will receive that information. You know, it will send it to validator 1. Once validator 1 is approved, so chatbot will send it to validator 2. Once validator 2 approves it, then chatbot will trigger RPA. RPA will go to SAP server, and RPA will update the price in SAP server. Here there are two components. If you think at an automation level, forget about oil price and functionality level. Think at automation level. At automation level, I have two components. One is communication between multiple parties. Other one is updating the oil price. Who can do that updation of the oil price? RPA. But the communication cannot be automated by RPA. What we have done for that? Chatbot. Same, it is built on Luis, LUIS. You can search in Google. Luis is a platform to build, you know, chatbot. Microsoft platform. So this is the one best use case. Now it reduced it to 1 hour. This approval process time is reduced to 1 hour. Because earlier you need to raise it to SAP support engineer. SAP support engineer has to, you know, see the ticket. It will take 1-2 hours time. Go to, you know, whenever RPA sees the ticket which is approved status, so RPA will connected to SAP server, update the oil price which belongs to so and so country. Again the complexity, so we receive 150 plus requests from different countries per day. In some countries oil price may change hourly also. Okay, so this is the point we have automated. Oil price, again it's a global use case, not only oil price, any price updation you see in any project can be selected as your RPA use case. Not only that, but by you have to consider multiple parameters, so those kind of things. Now here the complexity, why it is complex in manual procedure. Number one, it involves multiple people. Number two, it involves multiple affiliates. Request will come from multiple countries. Number three, it involves approval time. Number four, no, it is mainly, again, everything is approved, but our SAP support engineer is busy. He has taken more time to just update the price. If approval time is more, it is okay. Sometimes approval is less time, but support guy is taking more time to update the price. Then it is irritating to client. It is important to client business. What they are doing, they are immediately approving it. But our engineer is not updating it. He is taking more time to update in the database, server. Because if they update in the SAP server, then only it will reflect in the corresponding systems. So now, earlier we used to have a lot of escalations on this procedure. Why 8 hours you are taking? Lot of discussions used to happen on this. Now it is automated. Now everyone is happy. Whenever RPA see the ticket is approved, it will immediately updating in the server. No manual intervention. Best use case, right? We got award for this. And award value is also total 5 people got award. Award value is 8 lakhs distributed to 5 people. They conducted one contest in entire country level. I mean total projects level contest they conducted. Which project has done best automation? Sometimes new technology gives money, promotion, everything. It happened to me. And it's not big thing. See, it's not very big like my developers are daily doing lot of coding and all. When compared to them, we are doing nothing. But it's a new thing. That is the difference. So it is not about how many lines of code you have written. It is not about how many test cases you automated. It is not about how many tickets you solved in administration. It is all about how innovatively you have done that job. Today I have written, I have executed so many scripts. I have written 10,000 lines of Java code. Doesn't matter. This is really, very good use case. Or I can say my first use case and the third use case are, I like actually real value of automation you can see here. See, one request we got, client approved in 1 hour and support engineer updated after 2 hours. The reason is that guy is busy today. And the clients are waiting for this update in the database. It is not a permanent, right? It will change daily. So that's why it cannot be automated directly in the code. See, if the approver is on emergency leave, approver backup should be there. That we automate human process. Again, I'm telling, please don't confuse. Automation is not doing any new thing in functionality. If approver is on leave, then what is current human process? The same will automate. It is not replacing, your functional job. So if approver is on leave, there should be a backup approver for that. That process should be there. So generally, automation is more confused to you if you think automation is going to work on functionality level. No. Automation is just human process will be automated. You think at that layer. Currently, how they are doing it manually, it will be automated. That is only the job. So one more question we have. Is approval done by machine or human in the process? Yes, see, the approval is done by the human only. Approval is done by the human only, but only the part which we automated is, the communication between the humans. Earlier he has to open the ticket, open the snow tool service, open the ticket, check the ticket status. So all these things we avoided. So now It's a Skype communication through chatbot. So chatbot receives that, gives it to so and so customer, corresponding person who is responsible to validate it. Once he validates it, then RPA again that information chatbot will trigger RPA. RPA will update the SAP price. Okay, it's attended process. It cannot be automated. Bot cannot approve that. It's legally not a rule. So let's move on to the next scenario, right? So any questions on these three? So total we discussed the three use cases. See, don't try to mention multiple use cases in resume. You can tell them like this. We have a use case sheet. So we are working on a couple of use cases. Okay, but these three are my favorite three steps. Yeah. So Aman, someone wants to repeat the process. The process is, here I have documented. I will send to you. Client professionals, they continuously monitor the oil price. That is a manual job. They create ticket. Now instead of creating the ticket to update the new oil price in so and so country, instead of creating the ticket, so they are communicating this information through Skype for approval. Once it is communicated to the corresponding professional, there will be two validators. Once they approve it, the approved information they will give in the chart to the chatbot. Once they give the chatbot that saying that this ticket is approved with the ticket ID, RPA chatbot will trigger the RPA. RPA will update RPA will connect it to SAP logon and update the oil price. So it is documented here. Please go through this document. I will send this document. See, what is the difference? Earlier, what they used to do? Create the ticket, validated 1 approve, validated 2 approve. It is through ticketing tools. Now we have automated that through Skype. It's a chart. Once our chatbot receives that validated 2 approval, the ticket ID will be given to RPA. RPA will connect it to SAP server. RPA will update the oil price. There's the same type of challenges in this RPA automation also. Integration of chatbot and that one you can tell. Integration between chatbot and RPA is one automation challenge. Second automation challenge is infrastructure setup. See, mainly in RPA projects, don't go by process wise. What are the challenges you have faced in RPA project implementation? One is infrastructure setup. How many bots? How each bot has to be deployed? What is the server configuration? Yesterday we had the discussion. Yesterday evening. So that infrastructure setup is the main challenge. Second challenge is integrating with other tools. Now third challenge is process assessment, getting the correct details about the process from the client. Process assessment. Fourth challenge is following the correct coding standards in RPA, especially while dealing with the surface automation. Otherwise, your bot performance will be very slow. So we have seen some of the RPA developers, they are not following right coding standards. So it is taking more time to RPA process execution, especially while dealing with Excel automation and all. So they have to follow right coding standards. So what are the RPA challenges you have faced? RPA infrastructure setup, integration to other tools, and process assessment with correct details, and coding standards. These are the 4 major challenges we face in any RPA project implementation. So I will document it so it is better. So what are the challenges you have faced while implementing RPA project? What are the challenges you have faced while implementing RPA project? One is RPA infra setup with with correct RPA administration standards. We face a lot of challenges in getting permissions, understanding infra kind of thing. Second one, integrating RPA script with other cognitive scripts. Integrating RPA script with other cognitive scripts. RPA scripts integration with other cognitive scripts, RPA integration with other cognitive scripts, like chatbot integration with Blue Prism. Example, chatbot integration with Blue Prism. Third challenge, getting correct information about the process to do process assessment and getting required access. For example, getting required access for bot. That means bot has to log into Gmail, so Gmail details are required. Bot has to log into SAP server details are required. So this is one kind of challenge we have faced. And fourth one, following the correct coding standards. Following correct coding standards while developing reusable components. When I say reusable components, example in Automation Anywhere, it is called Metabot. In Blue Prism, we integrate, there is no separate name given to it in Blue Prism, but integrate BP code with the .NET DLL. Integrate BP code with the .NET DLL to improve the performance of the bot execution. I want to give an example. Example is, see, if you consider any process, we have data in Excel. I want to copy paste it to Outlook. That is common step in any process, right? For that, you can automate by using your Blue Prism or Automation Anywhere by recording or by configuring the script, by using Excel collection VBO. So by using these mechanisms, by using string operations, you can extract the data, you can put it in Outlook. That is one method. There is another method. You write a .NET code, which extract the data from Excel. Just you give the Excel sheet, this code will extract the data from Excel, paste it into Outlook. It's a reusable code. No matter any Excel sheet, n number of Excel sheets, can be copied. Data can be copied from Excel sheet, paste it in Outlook. Right? We have created a generic .NET script for that. So instead of that scenario can be automated by Blue Prism or Automation Anywhere by using our commands. What we have done, we have tried avoiding the tool commands. We have written a .NET code. Even we will show you the .NET code in next Sunday. So one of my team member is very strong in this area. He will explain you where we use .NET in real time. We'll teach you one real scenario. So this is called reusable code development. Now if you have this reusable .NET code development, instead of using the string operations of the tool, then it improves the speed. It improves the speed of the bot execution, script execution. So, but it is not easy. We have done a lot of exploring. These are one of the challenges. You can tell these 4 challenges. So you can go with these 4 challenges. RPA infra setup with correct RPA administration. RPA scripts integration with other cognitive scripts. Getting correct information about the process. Following the correct coding standards while developing the reusable components. Next Sunday, use case practice and .NET usage required in tools. ఎక్కడ .NET వాడొచ్చు అనేది చూపిస్తాను. So don't go by process. If they ask you question about what are the challenges you have faced, this should be your answer. What are the challenges you have faced in RPA process automation? This is the answer. So it addresses your answers, right? It will question. Arjun Tamari. So can we start resume discussion? Fine. So if you want more use cases, I can explain you, but not required. You can tell them we automated so many processes. These are the best 3 use cases. You will not have time to, they will not ask you to explain all 100 use cases. So these are the responsibilities you can mention in resume. If you want to go with a senior profile in RPA, okay, it's not a resume, just I'm talking about responsibilities. 2+ years of experience in RPA, Center of Excellence for one of the largest brands, hands-on experience in managing robotic programs, hands-on experience in Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, UiPath, investigated and diagnosed BP incidents to restore a failed RPA service, managed and resolved the Blue Prism automation, involved in transforming current, so some kind of responsibilities I have documented. So these are the responsibilities.